With over 2,800 volunteers nationwide, the Civil Air Search and Rescue Association, or CASARA, is dedicated to providing air search support services and the promotion of Canada's search and rescue program. CASARA volunteers act in a variety of different roles, are on call 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to assist those in need.
I got involved with CASARA because I've always liked flying, and I've been involved with them now for 2 years, and they came down and gave a presentation at the EAA, which is another group I'm involved with, and I've always wanted to give something back to the sport of flying.
I went to just an evening safety seminar at my local flying club. CASARA was the speaker that night. Stayed around afterwards, asked a few questions, and was sort of invited to come out to an exercise to see what it was about, and joined from there. That was about 7 years ago.
As a teenager, I was involved in Air Cadets and knew that I wanted to become a pilot, and this seemed to be a really good marriage of wanting to do search and rescue and also involving my passion for flying.
Funded by the Department of National Defence, CASARA volunteers provide air search assistance to the Royal Canadian Air Force and promote flight safety for general aviation as a means to reduce overall SAR incidents. Members receive continuous training through regular search and rescue exercises.
The Canadian Armed Forces are unbelievable in the search and rescue realm, the best in the world, and their training is unsurpassed. So we are lucky enough to be able to be trained by them.
The Canadian Forces and CASARA works together very closely. I mean, they're a very integral part of search and rescue, and their main role is to search. And basically, they are a big asset for the military. These guys can, be airborne before we show up. They can locate the aircraft, and then when we show up, to respond, like by parachuting or with the use of a command helicopter.
For CASARA across the country, you have a pilot, of course, that's going to fly the aircraft. Then in the right-hand seat, you're going to have a navigator. And in the back seat, you're going to have 2 spotters, a left and a right. And of course, the job description is exactly as that. A pilot's to fly the aircraft, navigator is to tell the pilot where to go and how to get there, and the spotters are to do the job of searching. And the training for that is very intense.
We have prerequisites for pilots. They have to have so many hours of piloting experience before we'll accept them into CASARA. When we bring in volunteers for spotters, some of those spotters progress to navigators, and they learn air navigation skills, how to direct the aircraft around in the air, and how to mark and locate targets on the ground.
It's not just in the flight environment, the ground environment is very important as well. There's so much they can do on the ground, operate radios, help do the paperwork, get the mapping done, the planning, the logistics of searching is huge. So there's a lot of good stuff that people can do if they don't get into the flight environment.
CASARA volunteers have a passion for aviation and a commitment to the highest possible safety standards. Whether searching for a downed aircraft, locating an ELT, or spotting on a Canadian Forces search and rescue flight, CASARA offers an exciting and fulfilling opportunity for all of its members.
If it helps us get a person emergency help more quickly, if it helps to keep a forest fire under control, if it helps us to find a missing hiker, it's a good thing to be up there.
Aviation is a passion of mine. So this sort of gives me a way to give back to that community and keeps me more involved. And from a safety standpoint, I think it makes me a safer pilot.
I got a great fulfillment in trying to help my fellow man, of course, but it's more than that. There's great camaraderie between the groups and the people that are involved.
If you have a passion for aviation, this is one real surefire way of being able to accomplish something that means something to so many people and have fun doing it.
For more information on becoming a CASARA member, visit CASARA.ca.